All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is install your motherboard. Now the standoffs are not installed, so you will need to install those yourself. Fractal design does not include a standoff key, which I would have liked to have seen, just makes things a lot easier, but they went in with no problem. So let's just go ahead and put our motherboard in here and getting it down in there. Looks like all of our holes for the standoffs line up perfectly, which is obviously a plus. In some cases they don't line up, you kind of have to hold the motherboard over, but looking at this, everything lines up perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and secure the motherboard with screws and go ahead and move on to the next step. Hard drive installation is very easy. We have all of our trays and they easily come out. Let's go ahead and take one of these trays out, and as you can see right here, this tray does have the rubber spacers in here, and those are for your 3.5-inch drive. So we're going to take our 3.5-inch hard drive here, and of course when installing we want our ports right there to be facing towards the back. So we kind of just set it on there, flip it over, and line up those spacers with the holes in the back of the hard drive there, and then we have included long screws that will go in there and lock that right into place. For 2.5-inch drive installation, it is pretty much the same thing, except for you're just lining up with different holes. So again, we want our ports here facing towards the back, and go ahead and flip it over, and we line up the smaller holes, which are labeled B, line those up. There you go, you guys can see that. Line that up with the back of the drive, and of course we're just going to secure that with screws, and we're pretty much done. I do have both of the hard drives installed in their trays here. Again, very simple, very easy. Let's just go ahead and put them in. Just to show you how easy they are to get in, we'll go ahead and just slide them in here. Just like that. And for the large drive, again, just get it in there. Go in just like that, and they both lock right into place. It's very easy, very simple. Again, you have a lot of room here as well. 8 total trays, so that gives you a lot of room to install your hard drives. Optical drive installation should be easy enough. So we go ahead and open our door here, and each of the bezel covers here have the easy release latches. So all you have to do is simply just take it out. Just saw how easy that was. We take our Blu-ray drive here, and it should be easy enough to get in there. And it will slide, or it should slide, all the way back, just like that. And of course, you're gonna push it till it goes right there. And then you can see that's flush with the front of the case. Of course, it doesn't matter because we are gonna close this. And if I turn this to the side here, you can see where our drive is right there. And all we're gonna have to do is secure it with screws. With power supply installation, the only thing you really have to worry about is this small little lip that's right here. Of course, there are these 4 little rubber feet as well. So let's go ahead and get our power supply in here and see how well it actually goes in. Should be easy enough to do here. Go ahead, so we have it under that lip, and now what I'm gonna do is slowly just bring it back, and it looks like we're lined up on the back. And of course, now what we'd have to do is go ahead and secure it with screws, and we're gonna run all of our cables, connect everything, install our video card, and see what our system looks like. All right, so we've gone ahead and finished our installation here, and I think everything looks great. All the cables are out of the way. They're behind the case, which we'll show you in a second. Didn't have any issues with my video card. It is a little bit close up here, but you really shouldn't have to worry about that with most video cards, as this is one of the longest video cards that is available. Again, power supply installation, very easy to route all my cables behind the motherboard tray. Everything looks great. It's nice and clean, and of course, when you have that clean case with all the cables out of the way, your airflow is going to be really good as well, so that's going to help with your cooling. Here's our back side of the case, and you can see that it is a little bit messy, but that's not a big problem. Even if it is still as messy and I don't tie everything down, I should be able to install our back side panel here without any issues whatsoever, because there is quite a lot of room between the motherboard tray and the back side of the case. But you know, if you want to, you can go ahead and of course tie all that down. You can look at our CPU cutout here, and you can see there is more than enough room for us to take off our CPU cooler without having to remove our whole motherboard from the case. Also, the cutouts up top here for our CPU power, no issues routing that all the way around, and I didn't have to use an extension cable. This cable actually fit, so it's, you know, really good, so you don't have to have that extra extension if you don't need it. That's basically it here for our installation on Fractal Designs Define R4. If you have any questions about installation, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And remember guys, if you like our videos, why don't you subscribe? Catch you guys later.